Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us this morning. We know your time is valuable. We are going to try to make this super quick. We've worked with Brivo to create a live webinar series. These are intended to be 15, 20 minutes long max to share with you information, best practices, tools to help you grow your access control business. My name is George Farley. I run marketing here at Alibi Security, and I've been working with Brivo on the partnership and to help develop the tools and the resources to support you, our dealer partners. Also on today is Bryce Brendan, our Director of Cloud Technologies, and Dan Katz from Brivo. He is the VP of Enterprise and Alliances. Quick summary of what we're going to go through today. Dan's going to take us through an introduction to Brivo hardware. He's going to walk you through dealer resources and how you can leverage those resources as a tool to quote Brivo. Next, Bryce will walk you through some training SKUs we've created and why they're important to you. Finally, we will answer any questions. Please just send them in chat or through the Q&A tool. Dan and Bryce will answer any of those questions. And finally, we'll share with you what's upcoming in terms of our Brivo webinar series. So Dan, I'll hand it off to you.
Thanks, George. And thanks everybody for joining. So today we're going to do a quick hits training on quoting a one system. And right now you're looking at the Brivo hardware line, which we'll be diving into here in a few minutes. I'm going to be referencing the Brivo and Alibi partner playbook today, and that could be found in your Alibi dealer dashboard. So, you know, everything that I'm going to go through, you have available, you have at your disposal. So we wanted to make sure to use a resource that you have access to for this training. So now I'm just going to jump into how to quote Brivo. So I'm going to switch over to the playbook. All right. So let me take a step back here. Apologize. So today we're going to look at quoting a 1 to 8 door project using our ACS 100, which is your chassis, mainboard, door board hardware, as well as our ACS 300, which is a 2-door controller. We also are going to focus on the ACS 100, which is a controller and reader device that gets wired at the door via PoE. We also do have a new line of controller called the single door controller. That would be a 1-door controller that gets wired to a reader. So I'm just going to jump in and walk you through quoting a 1 to 8 door system, hardware and subscriptions, and here we go. And I'm going to do it quickly. So a 1-door system could be quoted in a couple different ways. The most simple would be a single door ACS 100 right at the door, PoE at the door. This device has 500 milliamps for a door strike, Rex, door position switch. And for every single door, you're going to have a door subscription. So you see you have 1 panel / reader and 1 door subscription for a 1-door project. You also have the option, if this project will expand, to use our ACS 300, which is the 2-door panel. That's going to be 1 ACS 300, 1 door subscription, 1 reader. Now we're going into 2 doors. For a 2-door project, I suggest using our ACS 300. That's a 2-door controller. You're going to have 2 subscriptions and 2 card readers. We're showing the mullion reader here. We also have a keypad, single gang, and a single gang reader, and these come in white and black. And now I'm going to just quickly explain, so you can do also, if you have two doors, but the doors are, you know, maybe in the front of a building and the back of the building. You could have two single door controllers or two-door controllers if the system will expand eventually. You know, wired to two different places. And then you're gonna connect the card readers to these panels, and everything's going up to the cloud via internet connection, Cat5, Cat6, or Wi-Fi on these panels. If you think that the project is going to expand more than two doors, you have the option of adding the ACS 6100, which is your motherboard in a chassis that has room for door boards for expansion. The motherboard in the ACS 6100 can control two doors, so you won't see any door boards in this option. And then you're still having the two-door subscriptions and the two readers. And now we're at three doors. So if you have projects where you have two doors in the front, one door in the back, you could use a two-door controller in the front, a single door controller, or a two-door controller in the back if you think it's going to expand. In this slide, we have two-door controllers, three subscriptions, and then three readers. If you have a bigger system in the front, single door in the back, you think the front is going to expand, you could use the 6100 in the front. That's going to expand. You know, you could add door boards in the future. You have your PoE panel in the back, and then you're charging the subscriptions and the readers. If it's a system and you think it's going to expand and it's, you know, all in one place, you want to wire everything into one place, you have your 6100 panel, one door board, your three subscriptions, your three readers. Or up to four doors, you could have four single door controllers or four two-door controllers. You could have two-door controllers. Of course, four subscriptions, four readers. You could have a 6100 in the front, single door controller, a two-door controller in the back, or if everything is getting wired to one place for a four-door system, you're going to have a 6100, one door board, four-door subscriptions, and four readers. We're up to five doors now. So, you know, everything's getting wired to one place. Single door, or sorry, an ACS 6100, two door boards, because you have two doors for every door board, five door subscriptions, five readers, four doors in the front, one in the back, 6100 in the front with a door board, ACS 300 in the back, or a single door controller in the back, five doors. We're up to six doors, everything in one place, getting wired to one place. The ACS 6100 with two door boards, so six doors total, six subscriptions, six readers. Seven doors, we're still using the 6100. We've just upped the door board up one. So now we have seven doors, seven subscriptions, seven readers. Now we're at eight doors, still the 6100. We're using the large chassis. There's a regular size and a large chassis. For, you know, this project, we would do the larger chassis because it fits it has enough space to add those extra door boards. We have eight doors, eight subscriptions, eight readers. Now I'm going to pass this to Bryce to talk about training SKUs.
Thanks, Dan. Yeah, so, and by the way, the resource that Dan just went over is very easy for each of you to access. And you can probably tell there's a lot of flexibility in how you can design these projects, right? So just use that as kind of your cheat sheet if you're ever not sure what to spec what. And you can access that very easily just by logging into your dealer dashboard on the Alibi website. Go to the Brivo resources section, and then you'll see a whole section labeled battle cards. So battle cards is going to be where that resource is located, as well as some other really good resources that you can leverage as well. Now, what I wanted to cover is some training SKUs that we've kind of partnered with Brivo on to provide honestly a lot of value, not just to you as the integrator partner, but also to the end user, the customer, right? So the main idea with these SKUs is we want to take the load off of you from having to be the technical expert, especially as it becomes, you know, some of you your first Brivo project. We want it to be just as easy as possible. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is you can add these training SKUs onto any of your projects, and what it'll look like is it'll actually schedule a call with the Brivo kind of customer success team, and they'll actually train your end user, whether you're there or not, it's up to you. They'll train the end user, they'll show them how to use the system based on how you've sold it and with the capabilities that you've leveraged. And then what they'll also do is they can ping for areas to go and actually add more value and solve more problems using Brivo technology. So let's take like a multifamily customer, for example, right? You sell the project, Brivo will train the customer for you, and then they'll also ask questions like, hey, did you know that we had a single sign-on offering? No, we didn't know that, but what does that look like? Okay, and then they'll take them through a demonstration, they'll kind of present the value, and they'll actually help you solve the customer issues, while also having another RMR upsell path for you as the dealer partner. So it's really nice. They're going to kill two birds with one stone, train the customer up, find areas to add more value, solve it with technology, RMR. So we're going to put this on every single quote that we send to you. It's up to you whether you want to leverage it or not, but it's a really, really good value. We strongly recommend that you take advantage of it. All right, so we'll pause here for some Q&A. We haven't seen any questions come through.
Hey, Bryce.
Yes, sir.
I'll make a couple quick comments. First of all, on the training SKU, we've created tools to make it very easy to both deliver that. So we've got a sales slick that you can deliver at point of sale, right, to help educate on the benefits of training. We've also created a branded landing page for all of our dealers to send that end user to connect with the Brivo specialists to perform the training. So we've really taken the complexity out of delivering the training SKUs for you, just to make your life simple and realize the benefits. The other thing I was going to mention, Bryce, you mentioned the location of the resources. As everyone should know, Bryce and his team of solution specialists are always available. And, you know, we, especially if you're new to Brivo, we assume that you might need some support on the first few projects. Do not hesitate to call Bryce. He'll make this very easy for you. If this does require a Brivo specialist, Dan and his team are standing by to support us, all right? They have people that can support us both remotely and in region. So don't hesitate to pick up the phone, call us, and ask us to help.
We do have some questions coming in now. So Brad Meeks asked a good one here. So the Allegiant Wireless or other brand of wireless integration options for locks. So there's quite a bit. Dan, do you want to share some context around what locks Brivo supported?
Brivo supports Allegiant LE, NDE, their control lock, Asa Abloy, Aperio, Salto locks. We also have a multifamily Z-Wave solution that works with many different Z-Wave manufacturers. We're happy to take you into this in more detail anytime.
Awesome. And then Mike is asking, with a single door controller, can you run a mag lock or will it require separate power supply?
You would require a separate power supply.
Okay, Brian just asked a good question. So where in the Alibi website do you have documentation for the technical / installation aspects of this equipment? So I'm going to use that question to plug a resource that everybody on this call should take advantage of. It's called Brivo University. So what Brivo University is it's an online education platform that Brivo's created that's completely self-serve and will teach you basically anything you would ever need to know on the actual technical side of Brivo, as well as actually how to position and sell it. So the first course that we recommend once you get access to Brivo University, which all of you are going to have, by the way, as you go through the process, there's a technical certification path. It takes around 3 hours, and you're going to learn everything you'd ever need to know about Brivo. Everything from like Access 101 all the way up to very nitty-gritty technical installation and wiring. So that's going to be your best resource. We also do have some other smaller sheets that we can send you as well, Brian. So we'll reach out to you with those. But everybody on this call should leverage Brivo University. It is a fantastic resource. And if you're not sure how to get there, just reach out to the cloud team and we'll help you get there.
All right. Thanks for those questions. Awesome. What's next? So I mentioned we've got a series of training sessions scheduled. These will occur every 2 weeks, same time, Thursday morning, 10 Central Time, 11 o'clock Eastern. The series will cover, honestly, topics that we've identified, but we're waiting for your input as well. The next 3 that we have scheduled, the first, May 16th, we're going to focus on basically the unified solution, both access control and our Alibi Cloud VS cloud surveillance. The next, at the end of May, we'll focus on RMR, right? How you maximize the value of every account. And then the next one, June 13th, we're going to focus on the competitive landscape. Why Brivo? How you position Brivo to win projects. We have a whole list of topics that we've collected, a lot of feedback from our partners that we're going to cover in the future. You can go online. So go to Alibi's Brivo Solutions section. Under there, you'll see a tab that says videos and webinars. There's a sub-tab there called Live Webinar Series. If you click there, you'll see registration for each one of these that we have set up now, and all the additional topics we'll cover in the future. There is a link to a form to submit a request for additional training. Please share your ideas if you have them. We're at the thank you slide. Thank you guys. We appreciate your time this morning. We promise to keep these short, 15 to 20 minutes. We're recording each one of these. We're actually posting them on our website as well. So you'll see that library grow. So if you happen to miss one, refer to the site. We will definitely email you with links to the videos as we create them. Other than that, thanks for taking time out of your day to join us, and we look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks.
Thank you.